So it was about 7 to 8 years before you got introduced to Halle.
Before I met her, yes, I started like probably, I met her in '88 briefly because of the thing, but I didn't start working with her '89, so 6, 7 years, I guess, yeah.
And I mean, she was completely fresh.
Yeah, she had been a pageant woman. At that time, women of color didn't win pageants, so she was the runner-up to Miss USA, and I think that made her contestant. I don't really remember all that. I mean, because I wasn't working with her. But anyway, I met her because Sandy Ferguson recommended her because they had done pageants together. I think it was a teen All-American pageant, something like that. And that's how it was.
And when you met her, was it something where you can say, "Oh, I knew right away she'll be a star," or you didn't think like that?
Nobody knows that. Here's what it did.
I mean, not be a star. I guess what I mean is having that star quality, star factor.
She was different than a lot of people, and she lived in Chicago when I finally found her, so she had to put herself on tape, right? Big 3/4 tape, and she found friends, and she sent the monologues to us. And the guy who worked with me at the time said, "Well, she popped. She just popped from." You put that on your little video or screen, and she popped, and that was it. And I said, if you ever want to, she called me, and then one thing leads to another. I don't know how to really explain that any more than that, but she popped. But it wasn't easy representing women of color back then. There were some great actors that didn't get the shot like they have now, and I think a lot of people now who work don't really realize how hard it was then. Mm-hmm. They had a couple of shows.
Even in the beginning of the 90s, right?
Yeah, even then, it was difficult for people of color. It was just difficult.
And to put things in perspective, she won the Oscar in 2003, which is another 13 years later.
2002.
2002, and the first. So I think sometimes people get confused because she's the first actress. She's the first African American actress to win the lead.
The best actress.
The best actress. There was a lady who won for supporting for Gone with the Wind.
Yes.
But that was a supporting
role. And there were other ones who I don't know the years, but there were other black actresses who won supporting actors back then. I just don't know what time frame. I think Whoopi Goldberg maybe had won. She won for support. I don't know what time frame. But there were other that just weren't up. The reason that was, in my opinion, they didn't get opportunities in movies that people saw. There were great actors at that time that names
you mean the roles they got?
They didn't have the opportunities in the films that were made by the studios or the bigger films, so they couldn't show their talent. And then when they did some of those small movies, it wasn't exposed. But I think, in a sense, by the time Halle got the shot for Monsters Ball, which, by the way, they didn't want her, when she got the spot for Monsters Ball, she had already been in the business since, 90. She's been around. She won an Emmy for Darcy Dandridge.
Which you produced.
We produced with Halle, and we put that together, and she won the Emmy for that. And so she'd been around.
And you were nominated for the Emmy for that as well, right?
The movie was nominated for Emmy. It was an HBO did the movie. But it just was difficult because they didn't have the opportunities to show the talent. It's still even difficult now, but if you don't have the opportunities, then you can't see these great actors.
Of course.
And a lot of people always say, this one should have been nominated, that one should have been nominated. We all say that. But if you don't see the movies, and if you don't get the opportunities to be in the movies,
No, absolutely. I think it's, as you were saying, it's like there's a lot of luck because some people just get great parts that they can showcase, showcase
but
themselves.
You never know what they did to get there. Usually someone isn't overnight, and your luck, it's a lot of luck, but you got to be ready for your lucky break. So a lot of people weren't. Halle was.